All right, let's do it. Welcome to the Morning Meowncements. I am your host, Nightcat. This is the kitsch-minded morning show where we take you through the stuff that everyone's going to be talking about at work today so that you don't feel left behind. We have got such an awesome show for you. Of course, we've got the Morning Mews, today's top headlines. Plus, we're going to hop into the prize pond where you can win a prize live. If you would like to play prize pond, I might be calling you. Just text me your first name to 601-557 Cat 1. But before we get into any of that, okay, I spent a long time this weekend developing a brand new merch store. The merch store has really gotten a facelift, so this will be the homepage when you get there. I've got it broken up, so not only can you find official Nightcat merch, I've also opened a toy store. It's Nightcat Toy Shack, and I've got all sorts of extra enamel pins on there, some brand new t-shirts. My favorite is this one here. Let me show you. Not that one. This one. It's a Britney Spears t-shirt, and it just says, "I only accept apologies in cash." I want that shirt so bad. It's so good. I ordered it. It's on its way. I tried really hard too, just so you know, to find things in the Toy Shack that were reasonably priced. I know a lot of times you get over to YouTube merch stores and it's like, oh, they want $60 for a hoodie. Okay. I try really hard to find stuff and source things, and I spent all weekend talking to suppliers, researching products, looking through reviews, and making sure that I only got some of the best stuff for the cheapest that I could get it. There's stuff for any price point. I know you're going to love the all-new Nightcat merch sack. That, my friends, you can find at Nightcat Merch. Nope, that's not the right one. There we go. Nightcatmerch.com. Nightcatmerch.com. You're going to not only see all of the official Nightcat merch, you're also going to find incredible toys and goodies and blankies and pillows and it's so awesome over there. Go check it out. But not yet, because we're still talking. So go check it out when you have a second. Or put this up on your computer. Get on nightcatmerch.com on your phone, huh? All right. That is enough of me plugging stuff for now. Let's get into the Morning Mews. The Morning Mews, the top headlines that you're going to need to know about before you go out talking to people. And let's get started with Netflix. Netflix is causing quite the headache for the LAPD. Oh wait, that's not, hold on. You're not supposed to see that yet. I forgot to turn that off. The Netflix is causing a lot of problems for the LAPD. Netflix makes some of the most awesome, incredible true crime dramas. I finished Murder Among the Mormons, by the way, the Mark Hoffman story that takes place here in Salt Lake City with all the bombings. It was pretty good. I feel like it could have been one episode, but apparently that's just me. They stretched it out over 3 episodes, which is kind of silly. But one episode, I think, could have done it. It's pretty good. One of my all-time favorite true crime documentaries, though, Abducted in Plain Sight, is also a Netflix doc, and it is, these people, what is wrong with those people? But that's not what we're talking about. LAPD is upset because of the new show, Vanishing at Cecil Hotel. If you haven't watched it yet, it's about the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles, and a lot of mysterious things have happened there, and mostly they really focus a lot on the disappearance of Lisa Lam. She went missing from the Cecil Hotel and was found a few days later up in the water tank on top of the hotel, and no one's really clear how she got there. A lot of people speculate that she was murdered and placed there. I think she was having an emotional break and she just sort of went swimming and couldn't get out. That's really what the documentary focuses on. I think it was just a really tragic accident, but everyone thinks that it was a murder. So all these armchair activists, all these armchair detectives are calling the LAPD and clogging up the tip line because they think they finally solved what happened to Lisa Lam, as if they have more information than the police ever had. Listen, unless you were there and you were the one that put Lisa Lam in there, or you saw her jump in, or you saw someone put her in the water tank, you don't know anything, okay? You don't know anything that the cops don't already know. So why are you clogging up their tip lines? All these people think that they're detectives when they can barely put their pants on in the morning. It's so ridiculous. Stop clogging up the tip lines. Those people actually have tips about crimes that could get solved, okay? So unless you really know something, mind your own business. Stop trying to get involved. Stop true crime bragging, okay? We get it. You listened to a podcast. Congratulations. You did a great job. All right, moving on over now to the Meghan and Harry interview with Oprah. So, if you missed it last night, Oprah did an interview, and Oprah only comes out of retirement for interviews that are huge. She only comes out for very special things. And last night she interviewed Princess Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Ooh, it was crazy. It was crazy what the royal family put those people through. This is the first time they've talked since they really left the royal family, quote unquote, left. They were kicked out, by the way. If you watch it, you'll learn all about that. But I kind of want to just cover some of the highlights. This is the stuff that people are really talking about. The big thing that the headlines are really hitting was that Meghan Markle talked about how she was suicidal in the royal family. So basically the way it worked is she met Harry, they started dating, the family hated her. They wanted nothing to do with her because, and we'll get into it a little bit later, they're a little bit racist. And they were worried that Harry was going to marry her, and then he did, and they were not happy about it. So basically, the family works in a way where there's like the family members, like the family, like your family or my family. Like that's Grandma Elizabeth, you know, the Queen. But there's also like the institution, the business side of the royal family. And they're really the ones that call all of the shots. They're the devil. They're disgusting, horrible monsters. And basically, they make all the decisions about who gets security, who doesn't get security, all of that sort of thing. And that comes into play later. But basically, Meghan and Harry started dating. The family itself, I don't know about the family members. They were pretty good about protecting them, which I thought was pretty solid. But they went after the institution. And they tried everything they could to discourage Harry from getting married to her. And then he finally did it. And they treated her like garbage. Part of the things you get when you become a royal is you get their PR team, which goes out and spins stories and helps you and fights the tabloids. Because British tabloids are even worse than the royal family institution. They're lower than trash. The people who decide to become paparazzi journalists are bad people in general. But British ones in particular, horrible garbage. I'm talking to you specifically if you're watching. You're disgusting and you should know about it, you stupid paparazzo. Get a real job. Thank you so much. Says the YouTuber in front of his toy collection. Okay. But these British tabloids kept attacking her, and it was obviously very racially motivated. And they would go after her and write these horrible stories, but the royal family institution never did anything to stop them. One big one she talks about is they say that she was such a bridezilla that she made Kate Middleton cry. Well, apparently that was all wrong. Someone did cry, but it was Kate Middleton who made Meghan Markle cry. It had happened 2 weeks before the tabloids had claimed it did, and by the time it came out, Kate Middleton had already apologized, sent her a letter, and given her flowers and said, I'm sorry. Because basically, they didn't get deep into what it was, but it sounds like it was a disagreement about bridesmaids' dresses or flower girl dresses, and things just got heated. You know, she's getting married to a prince. The paparazzi is everywhere. She's on top of that having to plan her own wedding, which is stressful anyway, and she and her sister-in-law got into an argument. Wow, headline news, everyone. Like, sisters have never fought before in their entire lives. But they made it this huge thing, and then the royal family institution never fixed it. They never put those stories to an end. They didn't give her any protection. And she said, I believed they were protecting me. That's why I didn't fight back. That's why I didn't say anything back then. I thought that they had my best interest in mind. They never did. And then, on top of all of that, the race stuff. So it starts to come out. She gets pregnant with her first baby, Archie. And she's informed that he will not be a prince. The decision was made that he will not get the title of prince, even though he should be getting it. And that he will not be getting a security detail, even though he is entitled to one. He's Prince Harry's son. He's Queen Elizabeth's great-grandson. He's entitled to a security detail, but they said no. And then Meghan talks about how Harry and the royal family institution, racist garbage monsters, had a conversation about how dark Archie's skin would be. They don't like Meghan Markle because she's black. That's what it boils down to. Her mom was black, and they didn't want a black girl in the royal family. And so they decided that he wasn't a real prince. He wasn't going to get his title, and he wasn't going to get security. And she was just like, look, I just need him protected. I don't care. I don't care if he's a prince. I just want the security detail. And Prince Harry even said the same thing. He goes, there was no reason given for taking his security clearance away. There was just no reason to take his security detail away. And then they took away Prince Harry's security detail, and that's when they decided, wow, we really need to get out of here. But the real pin in it, the thing that really stopped him, Meghan talks about how she was suicidal because of everything that was happening, and the press was attacking her, the royal family was just leaving her wide open, even though they'll defend actual disgust. Prince Andrew, we know you're a pedo, all right? We all know you're a pedo, and the royal family keeps that buried deep. But they couldn't protect Meghan Markle from all the racist attacks from the British tabloids, even though the royal family hates the British tabloids too. So it's pretty clear that it was all about race, because these conversations that Harry was having were all, well, how dark is Archie going to be? And if he's too dark, what does that mean? And what are we going to have to do? They won't say who had these conversations, and they won't say, they won't give any details because they don't want to besmirch anybody. But it's pretty disgusting that happened. And I believe that happened. Because if there's one thing I know about England, they are racists. A bunch of racists. And the royal family made their money off of colonizing the rest of the world and taking its resources and enslaving its people. So, it's not a far jump to say that they won't let a black guy be the prince. I think they made that pretty exceptionally clear. So I don't know, man. I hate to get too involved in the royal family drama. It's not really my favorite thing. But what they did to that poor girl is disgusting. And they should be ashamed of themselves. And when she says that when she was having suicidal thoughts, she's like, I didn't have anywhere to go. You don't have your car or your keys or your driver's license or your passport. You're locked away. They literally Rapunzel people at the palace. She couldn't go anywhere. She couldn't ask for help. And if she had checked herself into a mental hospital, it only would have made things worse. And that's when Prince Harry says, I saw what was happening with my mom happening all over again with my wife, and I knew it was time to get out. And that's when they left. Oh, you gotta watch it. It's incredible. If you could track down even some of the clips, they're all very, 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 very good. Oh, you'll enjoy it. And finally, all right, now I can show you this video that popped up earlier. A fight broke out at a Bath & Body Works, and normally you expect this to be customers. But no, it's the employees and a customer. I guess what it came down to is there have been a lot of retail brawls lately with regard to masks, and especially about race a lot. You say, we all saw that video of that guy who was saying the N-word and then got his face smashed in with a can of hard iced tea. So Twisted Tea coming for you if you decide to be a scooch racist. But I guess that's not what this brawl was about at all. This brawl was happening because someone cut in line. That's the best that TMZ could come up with. They're like, it sounds like maybe the gal who is getting pummeled by the employees cut in line, and then she got belligerent when they told her to get back, and then she things escalated from there. 2 women were charged in the fight, but no one is really clear about who they were. But I'll play the video back for you. We will go through it. So you have an employee hit this woman right in the face. I am assuming maybe the woman hit her before it started. And now you have 2 employees tackling the customer to the ground. 2 more employees now on top of them. So it's just a Bath & Body Works doggy pile in the middle of the store of them trying to separate the employees and the customer. Now, apparently, oh gosh, ooh, big brawl. Now more people are getting involved. It's really bad. I'd play the audio, but I'm sure there are lots and lots of curses. Here's the thing though. If you're gonna get into a street fight, pick a better place than a Bath & Body Works, because your hardcoreness, your toughness is really undercut by the fact that you're fighting someone in front of a bunch of smelly lotions and candles, okay? You look ridiculous. Stop with this nonsense. Stop with this nonsense. And also, don't be like that in public. If you're in a retail store, try to be nice to everybody, because I'm not against giving anyone the Twisted Tea treatment. I don't care if I am in front of a bunch of scented candles. I'll wreck your day, all right? Be nice in public, or else street justice is coming for you. And that is the Morning Mews. Okay, let us get over to the book of random information. But actually, before we do that, I want to thank our patrons. Patreon.com/Nightcat Show. If you don't know what Patreon is, Patreon's an awesome service where you can subscribe to support your favorite artists. None of this is possible without my patrons. The new lights, the new camera, which, I'm going to figure out how what happened with my stream earlier. But We're making improvements, awesome, huge improvements, and it's only because of this financial support from the patrons. You have two tiers here. We've got a $3 tier and a $5 tier. Each of them comes with their own fun little benefits and goodies. You can find out all the details at patreon.com/nightcatshow. But part of what you get when you become a patron is I shout you out on the show. So before we go any further, I'd like to thank Cora Cardoni. Cora and I did an obstacle course race back in Colorado. God, what was it, like 6 or 7 years ago? We had so much fun. We've been chatting and friends ever since. Thank you for being a patron, Cora. I really appreciate it. Corinne Dano. I'm going to go with Corinne Danow because it's with an OW and that makes the ow sound. Corinne, thank you for being a patron. Corinne Falslev. Thank you, Corinne. I love this double Corinne day. This is good stuff. Corinne Falslev, thank you. Sydney King. I got to tell you, I don't know why my brain wants to call you Cindy every time. There's something about that C. Sydney with a C, thank you for being a patron. And finally, we have Adrena. Adrena didn't even put a last name. It's just Adrena, like share. It's powerful. Hello, Adrena. Thank you for being a patron. You can join them. You can help support the show as well. Nightcatshow.com/ patreon.com/nightcatshow. And if that's not your jam, you can always check out the Nightcat Merch Shack. We've got brand new toys and all sorts of other goodies. Nightcatmerch.com is the place to go for that. Okay, the big book of useless information. I found, not this one, but one like this at a thrift store a while ago called The Big Book of American Conspiracies. And I loved it so much, I had to find the other ones in the series, and I bought this one. And I thought it would be fun, since I'm such a huge toy collector. I love toys. I'm obsessed with toys. So much fun. I thought it would be fun if we went through this. This is a whole list of inventions, toy inventions, the weird ways that toys were discovered. Like Hacky Sack, for example. Mike Marshall created this version of the foot bag. The Hacky Sack, by the way, is the brand name. Apparently the rest of them are called foot bags. You foot bag? That sounds like an insult. What are you doing over there, you foot bag? But they created this version of the foot bag in 1972 to help his friend John Saulberger rehabilitate an injured leg. After they marketed it, the Hacky Sack rehabilitated their bank account as well. In Oregon in 2006, Trisha George and Paul Vorkvik had a doubles record of 1,415 foot bag kicks in 10 minutes. So this guy was like, wow, your leg's broken? Kick this bag of beans around for a while. It'll make your leg strong. And then they made a fortune off of it. Also, 1,400 bag kicks. I want to know if that's consecutive, like they never dropped it, because if that's the case, very impressive. 1,400, dropping it and picking it back up, less impressive. All right, the pet rock. Its genesis makes sense when you consider the occupation of its inventor. If you don't know the pet rock, by the way, it's literally just a rock in a box with pet food instructions. Like, hey, here's how to take care of your pet rock. And it was a fad for 1 year. Everyone had a pet rock, and then they disappeared, and no one talked about it because they were like, oh, I can't believe we just spent so much money on those stupid things. In the mid-1970s, advertising executive Gary Dahl packaged ordinary beach stones in an attractive box and sold them with instructions for their care and training. They cost 1 penny to manufacture and sold for $3.95. And though the fad lasted less than a year, Dahl made millions. And this is 70s millions. He'd probably be a billionaire in today's money, which is just bonkers. This one's great. Sea monkeys. It was Harold von Braunhut who came up with a simple 3-step kit that allowed youngsters to breed their own aquatic creatures. The wee primates, they called them sea monkeys, like, oh, get your little sea people. The little primates were actually a unique species of brine shrimp. So the eggs come dehydrated, you add some water, and then they're like, oh wait, yep, we're eggs again. Boom, shrimp. So you can just have this little container of brine shrimp on your desk. We already have like the world's biggest sea monkey ocean here in Utah. The only thing that can survive really in the Great Salt Lake are brine shrimp. So we just have we've got the biggest sea monkey enclosure in the world. We should start marketing it as a sea monkey zoo. I feel like if we did that, we'd make some pretty killer money on the tourism of it all. All right, let's check out. This is the last one we'll do. It's the Slinky. This one's really cool. This is how you accidentally become a super millionaire. This is what happens. In the early 1940s, a torsion spring, whatever that is, I'm not a technical nerd. A torsion spring fell off of marine engineer Richard James's desk and tumbled end over end across the floor. He took it home to his wife Betty, who gave it the cute name. So literally, he was just sitting there. Spring fell off of his desk, and it's like, wow, that was really cool. I gotta go home and show Betty. So Betty sees it and she was, I love the way it slinks around. Let's call it the Slinky. And they have sold probably a billion by now. I think it said like 500 million maybe. Slinkies all around the world. It's been like the biggest toy. Literally dropping something made these people crazy rich. So if anyone has any crazy rich guy ideas that they'd like to pass on, I love to be crazy rich. Thank you so much. And that is weird information from the Book of Useless Information. That means that it's our time again, folks. I can't believe it already. It is time for us to say... there we go. Okay. It's time for us to say goodbye. But before we do, I just want to make a couple of... Oh, wait. What am I talking about? We have to play Prize Pond. It's time for Prize Pond. 601-557-CAT1. I am going to call one of you right now. I can't believe I almost forgot Prize Pond. Who do I think I am? Keep an eye out here, folks, because I might be calling you right now. Oh, real quick, I do want to check in on the chat. Lindy says that she's drinking from her kitsch-minded mug right now. Thank you, Lindy, for buying. I love that everyone's checking out the nightcatmerch.com. That's very cool. Let's see here. All right, folks. I might be calling you. I hope you're awake. Who is it? I guess that one's not going to work. How about this one? There we go. It's calling.
Hello?
Hi, is this Ashton?
It is.
Ashton, it's Nightcat. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I am so stinking good. I was wondering if you have a minute to play Prize Pond with me.
I sure do.
Awesome. Where are you at right now? What are you up to?
I'm at work.
You're playing at work? Are you going to get in trouble?
I am. No, it's okay.
Okay, great. Chill. We're all cool at work. That sounds great. What do you do for work?
I'm a medical records specialist.
Oh, awesome. That sounds fun. Do you like it?
I love it.
Awesome.
It's my favorite.
Well, great. Well, medical sounds very, very exciting, but you are nothing but luck today. Do you feel lucky?
I feel so lucky.
Awesome. All right. Well, then let's play Prize Pond. Have you played the game? Have you seen us play the game before, rather?
Yes, I have.
Okay, so you know that behind me, I've got a fishing pole and a fishing net. Both of them have a fabulous prize. So I guess the question is, would you like the hook or the net?
Let's go with the net.
You want to go with the net? All right, let's take a little peek in here. We've got ourselves a little rubber ducky that looks like a cupcake, and he sprays water at people. That would be very handy, I feel, around the office since everyone's so chill. I'd like to see how far we can push that. If they get sprayed with water, are they still going to be chill?
Right. They might be too chill.
They might be a little too chill. Awesome. So would you like to hang on to the rubber duck? Or would you like to trade it in for what's on the net? Or, I'm sorry, on the hook.
Let's see what's on the hook.
You want to see what's on the hook? All right, Ducky, you go back in the net. We're going to pull up. Oh, we got a fighter. We got a fighter, Ashton. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, so cute. This is a bright pink Nightcat plushie with a handmade Nightcat button made by yours truly. How does that sound?
Oh, so cute. I love pink and I love little kitties, so that's perfect.
Oh, this is perfect then. Awesome. Ashton, I will get your information from you in a little bit, and I will put that in the mail sometime this week. Thanks for playing.
Thank you. I appreciate
Absolutely. Hope you have a good day.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
If you would like to be a contestant on Prize Pond, we play every day right here on the Morning Announcements, which is usually on at 7, but now it's on at 8 today. Hopefully we'll be back at 7 tomorrow. Thank you to Ashton for playing. I am thinking about different ways that we can dress up the Prize Pond, including the Pond Witch. I have a naked Barbie that I'm painting and dressing up and making her look like a scary witch. You could be trading for another cool prize, or you might trade for the prize or for the Pond Witch. And if you trade for the Pond Witch, you lose everything. It's just something I'm toying around with. I've got bonuses, tons of prizes, all sorts of fun stuff. So I hope you enjoy playing Prize Pond as much as I do, because it's never going away. I love the Prize Pond. All right, let's see. We did Prize Pond. We thanked the patrons. We did Morning Mews. We talked about weird toy history. We got a lot into Meghan Markle. I think that does it for us. Real quickly before I turn it over to the fish, though, I do just want to say, contact me anytime. Text me. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on in your life. Topics, news articles, links. If you have questions about anything, if you're having a problem with the merch store or anything like that, if you're having a problem with the stream, text me. 601-557-CAT1 is the number. Check out the merch store. I've got brand new toys. I've got enamel pins. I've got Britney Spears t-shirts. Thank you so much. That's all available right now at nightcatmerch.com, and go support the Patreon. You can also find audio of every Morning Announcements episode, as well as the Nightcap with Nightcat and the forthcoming Curiosity Killed Nightcat, the True Crime Companion podcast. All of it is available on Nightcat Radio. Look for Nightcat Radio Podcast on your favorite podcast directory. All right, I guess it's time. Let's turn it over. It's time for your 3 minutes of fish. Bye. Have a great day. No, that's not right. Not that one. This.